big deal, big deal. Partnership schools or charter schools, what do you want to call them, they seem to be doing a good job for the kids who need them. That's what some people say. Around the panel, do you agree with that, Brooke, from ACT?
100%. They're our policy. Those schools are helping kids that fall through the cracks in other schools because not every child responds to the education in the same way, and we need to give opportunity.
Willie, do charter schools work?
I thought you were going to move on.
No, not this time round. Do charter. What's your thoughts? Do charter schools work?
Well, our school has been a big success, not because it's a chartered school. It's because it's an example of innovativeness.
Hang on, Willie.
And,
I think you'll find it's a charter school.
I want to ask you, firstly, to explain to the listeners across the viewers across the country, to the camera, explain what you're talking about.
I'm just saying that we have a school. We jumped into our charter school because so many Māori kids were being thrown out of Main Street. So we took the chance. This is not about big business. This is about trying to turn around.
Why is that?
This is about hang on.
Why do Māori do?
Because we were wanting to trying to turn around kids' lives. That's why we jumped into it.
Yep. Partnership schools.
And we've been able to do that. But I'm very comfortable with Labor changing the concept and changing the ideas, because what we don't want is a big business concept and our ACT mates and our National Party mates will come in. We're not into big business. We're into changing kids' lives.
Hayley,
it's not quite
Tim, I'll just go to Hayley first. Yes or no to charter schools, Hayley?
No to charter schools. We don't support education for profit. We would like to see public schools properly funded, teachers supported, and that money should not be siphoned off for one of David Seymour's experiments. Experiments would have been proven to fail overseas.
But here, I mean, there are a recent report that actually it's a more complicated picture than that. Some charter schools are actually doing quite well for the long tail of underachievement.
Yes. And I think Willie
they're giving kids
opportunity. The nail on the
opportunities.
head when he said that Māori have been kicked out of schools. We need to, we've got an inclusive education policy that is going to work so that these kids are not getting kicked out of schools. So that everyone gets a right to a true public education.
I went and visited a charter school today, the Vanguard Military School. And I talked to some kids there.
Yep.
There was a kid there who chose to go to Vanguard because she was bullied so severely at her other school, and because of zoning she had no other option over schools. And the charter schools don't have zones, so she has that option.
Let's get National involved in this. Tim.
Look, we've got to be giving these kids the opportunity to thrive in environments, and some of them, that's not in a state school environment.
So
they need to thrive. We owe it to them to do the best
if you were
we can.
in government, you would continue supporting the charter school model, yes or no?
So we've got 2 more being rolled out next year and for the following year.
So they're here
for
to stay.
Those kids,
they're here to stay.
That's a great solution to help them be the best they can be.
Can I just say, if we can do that with one MP, think of how much we can do with 3.
That's enough. Charlotte.
All right. With me now is the NZEI President, Linda Stewart. Linda, you're against charter schools. What do you think about what the ACT is saying tonight?
Well, totally against charter schools. And actually, I represent 47,000 members who are against charter schools.
I like your jacket.
We absolutely have been crying out for underfunding for our public schools, and here we've got a policy that actually siphons off funding from our public schools into private education.
What about Māori kids, though? I mean, there's obviously lots of kids that are slipping through the cracks. They need somewhere to be educated, right?
So what we want is a thriving public education system. At the moment, as I said before, it is totally underfunded. We're crying out for support for children who have severe learning needs, and also where schools are really overcrowded. And what we're seeing at the moment is absolutely money's being taken away from that, put into places where actually if you want to have choice around what special character schools could be, then we can do that, but actually that's not about siphoning off public money into private places. And I wonder, Brooke, I've got a question for you.
Do we have time for this, Wallace?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, my question to you, Brooke, is how would you feel about private companies like Rio Tinto or Sealord actually making money out of education?
It's about getting the solutions
If the
for
kids
the
are being taught, though, and learning. And
Brooke, answer the question.
We already have businesses teaching kids, and it's a great thing because they're giving them an opportunity that they did not have in the public sector. And actually, I saw Linda on the news the other week, and she claims to represent 40,000+ teachers, but ACT wants to pay those teachers $1 billion more, and she rejected that policy.
Okay. Hang on, Linda. Willie Jackson, have you got a response to the NZDI?
Oh, no, Linda's right. I mean, the mainstream, our schools have been underfunded, under-resourced. Absolutely no doubt about it. At the same time, we don't apologise for taking an opportunity to turn our kids' lives around. But we didn't come into it. We don't support big business coming in. We've got all registered teachers. We wrap around. We've got kids at our schools. A quarter of our kids' fathers are in prison. You know, this is a special case, but we're not big lovers and embracers of chartered schools. We just want an opportunity to turn kids' lives around, and if we fit into the special character area, we'll support that.
Hayley?
So definitely the Green Party would support that transition to the special character schools. The charter
Special
schools...
character schools.
Just a different name for the same
it's
thing.
not a different name because charter schools are education for profit, and that is going to go wrong.
All right. Hey, Tim,
Can I just say,
look, it's about getting the solution for the kids. No, Willie. It's about getting the right solution for the kids here, Willis. That's what we're losing track of.
Hang on, I understand the argument against chartered schools. I don't want big businesses coming into our schools. We all support each other.
About big business.
But the Māori experiment and experience is quite different.
Tim.
Yeah, it's not about big business. It's about getting the tailored solutions for these kids that need it. We owe it to our children to find the right solution.
All right. Hey, look. Absolutely feisty panel, this one.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.